Come on, where is that damn thumbnail? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, it should be right. Somewhere, right? Nope, not that one. Come on, where did I put that damn thumbnail? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah! Where is it? Where is it? New banner. What am I doing? I can just search it. Ah, crap. Bro, where the hell is this thumbnail? Bro, what the crap? This is the shit I hate having to do. For anybody watching the stream right now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Just trying to find this fucking thumbnail. Is this it? This should be it, right? No wonder it's labeled under a different damn name. I gotta sort out my damn laptop when I get the chance. Come on. I'm going load. Load, damn it, load. Finally. Happy New Year, Star. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Can we have a new gap year? Absolutely. Hopefully my mic sounds good.
Nice.
Happy New Year. Like, I just woke up like 5 minutes ago. Had to hurry and get out of bed and be like, yo, time to start the stream. Hopefully my mic sounds fine. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Nice.
You literally woke up to a new year? I know, right? Now, the only reason I even decided to even take a nap is because I was early this morning. They told us to come in at what, 7 o'clock in the morning. only had 2 hours worth of sleep. So when I came home, I started just like doing reaction content, and then you know, I was like, okay, let me get like at least 2 hours worth of sleep, 2-3 hours worth of
Nice.
sleep before I start the stream, so that I can start right on the new year. I was gonna post my 2 new reaction videos I did. Um, I was gonna post it like 2 hours ago because I already finished processing, but I was like, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm gonna just wait till the new year to post it and let it be New Year's content. Let me refresh my stuff because I hate that YouTube keeps doing this damn thing where it don't tell me how many people are watching the stream. I don't understand.
Nice.
How can people function on anything less than 5 hours? Not a zombie at anything less than 7 or 8 hours. Look, I'm a freaking Nighthawk. That's the problem. I'm a damn Nighthawk. I've been a Nighthawk since I was in middle school. I mostly blame my damn phone for that. So once I started like doing this job stuff, I was like, bro, I need to get more sleep in, or get as much sleep in as possible, even if it's no matter how less it is. I know it's not healthy, which is why I'm trying to get back into a proper sleep schedule. Oh, I should gloat while I'm here. For my Star only peoples, I pulled for the Dahlia, and I won the 50-50 again. I'll be right back. My dog whining at my door. You happy? Anyway, I'm back. So, I wanted to talk about, when I started streaming, I wanted to talk about what I plan to do with content on my channel moving forward in the new year. Because most of y'all haven't been tuned into the most recent content I've been posting on my channel. Because most of y'all, more than likely, y'all probably didn't. Because, like, who wants to keep watching drama content or drama related content all the time, right? Blah, 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 blah. So I've been meaning to react to non-drama related content. Granted, some of these dramas I believe are worth talking about because to me they are necessary. Other ones is like ones I don't bother talking about because like it's not necessary. I also the new Star Rail character looking pretty tough. The first Elation character we're gonna get. She is clearly from the Lawfu. They love their Lawfu characters, don't they? She looked pretty unique for a Lawfu character. As I'm sitting here looking at her. Anywho, yeah, non-drama related drama related content. I was gonna do a reaction to this video made by Obscuria. I don't know how to pronounce her YouTube name, but she talks about like the writing for characters and whatnot in Star Rail and Genshin in particular, right? And I find her content really enjoyable, so I want to do a reaction to her content. All right, let me read. 'Cause I know I'm missing things. Yes, good job. My wife is gorgeous. She doesn't belong to you. Yes, the fuck she does. Cookie dough whiskey is good with cream soda. I never had cream soda before. Oh, hold up. I gotta text moms. Gotta tell her Happy New Year. Hold up. Happy New Year. Damn, give me my suggested sticker. Post. Oh, I gotta send one to Big Bro because his baby. Oh, for those of y'all who also don't know, I'm an uncle now. I'm an uncle from like by like 2 weeks or 3 weeks at this point. So I'm an uncle to a baby niece. Let's go. I gotta send one to my big bro. Happy New Year. Who's another family member I gotta text? Hope you don't have any boo. Who else do I need to text? Who else? And I gotta ask for other people's phone numbers later. Anyway, your niece is a Sagittarius. Congratulations. No, she's not no damn Sagittarius. Screw all that. She gonna be a certified yapper. I'll make sure she learns the yap. That's what she gonna be raised on. Not no foolishness of constellations and your zodiac side face ass. Nope. She gonna learn the ways of the yap. That's what she's gonna learn. Anyway, let's continue. Let me read. My family is full of alcoholics, I swear. Why does she hums jingle bells and her animations? I guess because her band is called the Charismas. I have a guarantee sleeping in the building getting her. You never had that cream soda either. Shun the heat. Anyway, what else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm gonna start reacting to like non-drama related videos. You know, just to spice up the content so that the only content on my channel isn't solely drama related topic channel. Granted, most of the topics aren't even drama related. Some of them is just like really good topics to talk about. Anywho, we're gonna get back into the Star Rail story. You feel me? Because I stopped at a really good point. Granted, my people who play Star Rail, dedicated lovers of this game, y'all gonna have to tell me if I'm halfway through the story or if I'm 2/3 of the way. Because I didn't get an answer when I asked this question yesterday. And I really needed my Star Rail people here to tell me. This story was boring as fuck. Really? Honestly, I'm not really finding it boring. I'm really finding it intriguing to learn that we didn't get aspects of these stories from like certain characters' point of view, and knowing that what we got wasn't entirely the full picture. Yes, I know her freaking stuff is whack. I just pulled this character yesterday. Get off my dick. I know somebody's gonna say something. Oh!
When it comes to this,
BRB.
you're the expert. Yet I'd always imagined that calling upon that power would make you profoundly melancholic.
I'm not now, and never will be. Scenes of past reverie, drifting by one after another. Da 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 da.
Anyway, I'm back. Sorry. Maz called me to tell me Happy New Year. You feel me? Anyway, let me read. I haven't finished it yet. It's not bad. It's just dull compared to Euphorious. I mean, naturally, that's the feeling we're gonna get. Euphorious left off on a bittersweet note. After such a year-long worth of build-up of story, of course it's gonna feel dull in comparison. Personally, you just gotta get yourself in the right headspace when you play this quest, personally, in my opinion. That's kind of what I've done. Granted, I'm still intrigued by the quest, even though this isn't like the Euphorious chapter. And let me read. Because the fuck you mean our memories were effed. Also, people were shooting guns in the sky, and I thought they were fireworks. Oh, wow, really? That's what that was? Okay, that's interesting, because I thought those were fireworks going off. Okay. Anyway, I should have asked this. How has y'all's day been? Hopefully y'all had a good day today, a decent day. Hopefully for those of y'all who had a job, y'all got half a day like your boy. And those of you who didn't, hopefully y'all still, pushing through strong. For me, my day was fine. It was legitimately nothing to do all day. I just picked up a broom. I swept around the entire damn warehouse. Great, I don't have to work today while the rest of my coworkers are suffering. I get that. What, did you call for today to have your day off? Or did they give you the day off? Oh, wow, there's a box up here.
Ta-da! If you find any treasures, please share them with me. Is this it? An entrance?
Crap, I ran right into it.
It only looks like an entrance. That crack doesn't lead anywhere. It's a lock of memories. And the key is a light cone carrying specific memories.
Ignore what you're hearing in the background. That's my twin bro.
Clearly, Gopher Wood had help from a memo keeper. And since that light cone isn't in our hands, I fear we'll be returning empty-handed.
Is there really no other way?
Also, I cannot tell if this woman is a succubus or not. The biggest thing screaming to me that she is a succubus of some kind is them damn horns and that damn tail.
We could try our luck. Perhaps the memo keeper helping Gopher Wood shares the same habits as me.
Also, I love this voice actor. Not for who they are as a person, but purely on the basis of their voice acting. If anybody here has ever watched the English dub of Konosuba and heard her voice acting when it came down to her playing the character of Darkness from Konosuba, you will understand why it is that she fits this character so well. or rather, she's executing this character's personality in the best way possible.
I'll take a look, but don't get your hopes up. Pretty careless indeed. Just like an old friend of mine. Looks like we're in luck. We found one of their contingencies. Do you have memories like that? A moment in time you never want to forget. One that you find yourself reliving over and over again.
Of course. More than just one.
What a shame.
Huh?
Don't take it to heart. I'm just imitating those annoying memo keepers. In their view, the more memory is recalled, the more likely it is to become distorted beyond recognition. Each time you recall a memory, you risk distorting its true face. That's how they justify the necessity of light cones. How tragic. They never understood the truth. The more eternal a thing, the more it stirs the desire to destroy it.
Interesting philosophy from a member of the Annihilation Gang. Let me read. Straight rum kind of tastes okay, other than the alcohol I tasted before. It's like milk and rubbing alcohol. I wanted to pull for Dahlia so badly, but my only super break character is Boot Hill. Then why not just pull for Dahlia then? Wait, am I misreading that? I wanted to pull for Dahlia so badly, but my only super break character is Boot Hill. Wait, unless you want to be committed to the fact that you only have Boot Hill on your account because you love Boot Hill. If that's the reason why you didn't pull for the Dahlia, that's kind of crazy.
But they weren't wrong about the present situation. Even if Gopher Wood were to come in person, he'd need to bring a specific light cone. His own memories can no longer be trusted. That's exactly why we have a contingency plan right in front of us.
Also, for anybody watching the show right now, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate it and thank you. The support goes a long way into the new year. Or rather, not into the new year, of the new year. We love to see it, don't we?
But I haven't seen anything since just now.
Also,
Sorry.
Also, for this stream, I plan to do as much of this content as possible, right? I want to get at least 4 hours of gameplay in and story content. Hopefully, I can do that. I took a 2-hour nap. I should be fully charged for a good 4 hours.
Inside here, there must be some kind of gentle trigger that would help him recover his memories before they are subjected to distortion.
But for us, that's probably meaningless. Whatever triggers his memories would just seem bizarre and random to us.
No, it's because you need a full Super Break team for her? Really? You know what, Star? I may have to get you on voice call so you can explain to me in depth for why it is that we need a full Super Break team for the Dahlia. Wait, is it because of the fact that the Dahlia can convert toughness reduction into 1 instance of Super Break damage? Is that the reason why she need a full Super Break team?
Still, let's go take a look inside. We might pick up some clues at least.
That's right. Go ahead. Every action brings joy. And a price to pay.
This villain, she already scheming.
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow.
And once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever?
Hello, everyone. You can say I haven't seen you since last year. What's up, Gacha Dragon? Happy New Year.
How can this be? AR 214. Is that really you?
You don't have to force yourself. I can take care of it.
No. It's okay.
Was it her that you saw when infiltrating Penacony?
Yes. I saw her fighting off the swarm. But it was just Memoria, and it vanished quickly. Silverwolf mentioned that Penacony had also faced a swarm invasion before. I kept telling myself that she was just passing by and lending a helping hand.
Oh, damn. Her homegirl took a nosedive trying to defend Penacony. You hate to see it. Don't speak to me New Year. Say Betty. That's truth, that. For context, the only reason Gacha Dragons is acting this way towards me is because I've been winning my 50-50s, or I listed off the 50-50s I've won for certain characters ever since Siedra, and they're upset with me. That's the only reason.
And after everything was over, she had already left, safe and sound.
So this time, do you still want to know the answer?
Would it be any different? I really want you to tell me that this is not real. It's just Memoria. But thinking about it calmly, nothing can change it. A memory is ultimately something that's already happened.
You're more composed than I expected.
I wish I wasn't like this. She and we could be called friends. I wish I could just break down and cry for her, like any normal person would.
Happy New
to
Year.
mourn her loss. But what surfaced in my mind was that one sentence. This is our predestined fate, and one day, I too shall meet the same end.
One day.
Not today. Though it's already too late, there are still other things I can do for her.
I wonder, would we consider this a piece of Firefly's character that, well, I guess not a piece, more like a side of Firefly's personal history that we did not learn about when it came down to Penacony's story? Right? Because I don't think they ever revealed to us in the story when we played Penacony the first time that she was a part of like the Gamoth cavalry and whatnot, and she faced the swarm disaster and stuff like that. I feel like we only learned that from her animated short, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe you should calm down first. Unfortunately, this isn't Memoria, but a real Glamoth Knight. Clearly, Penacony was her final destination.
I'm surprised she made it to Penacony at all.
Oh, the Glamoth regulations. She broke those prohibitions?
Worse than that. She was the first and only deserter of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry. The Empire hadn't fallen yet, but she didn't want to accept a fate of dying in battle. So she left on her own. She said she wanted to choose how she would die. We had a brief farewell, but I didn't stop her. I couldn't leaving the Glamoth Empire itself would quickly drain her life away. If we can't change the outcome, why should I stop her from making her own choice?
Had to remember for sure, Penacony is the Sumeru of HSR. My only real problem with this quest is the fact that we're doing this after Amphorius, and that this quest did not come after the Penacony story, so that we can get her side or certain other characters' POV of the full event. And I guess this is what happens when you decide to like tease the freaking Annihilation Gang in front of people's faces, making it seem like, oh man, the Annihilation Gang gonna roll up in Penacony only for them not to and get sidelined by Akron. This is the effect that happens in the story when you do crap like that. So now we have to play, I wouldn't call this catch up, but like have to retroactively make a quest that flesh out the story, flesh out other sides of the story that we didn't have time for, or was deliberately chosen not to be focused on. Off screen is crazy. It was crazy. Shoot, I wanted to pull for the red fire haired chick. To me, she and the what's her name? I don't know the name of the little priestess looking girl. I don't know her name, but the fact that she got like some giant death shadow puppeteering her, because that's not even her real body or whatever. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I can't wait for these characters to roll up. They never rolled up once. It was the biggest cock slap in the face to Star Rail players who were like, bro, the rug pull was wicked.
Quickly drain her life away. Oh, entropy loss syndrome.
Yes, just like me. Leaving the cockpit without permission is strictly prohibited. Surviving knights must actively return to formation. These aren't just military regulations, they're the terms of our survival. When not piloting the Firefly Type 4, I must stay in the cryo sleep pod. Otherwise, my entropy loss syndrome will only get worse.
Okay, I don't know if they explained this part about her character in the main story. Because the reason I say this, because I don't remember if they ever touched on this in the main story. Because I don't think I ever understood why it is that she was making, or she was talking in a way that sounded like, oh, she couldn't like leave the dream because in reality her body was effed up. That's why I took it as every time she would like allude or imply that why she couldn't, or why they couldn't meet in real life or something like that.
So, have you figured out the reason yet?
When he and Kafka found me, I had just finished my duties as a Glamoth Knight. My final battle as a Glamoth Knight. The Empire fell, and all restrictions vanished. For the first time, green flames ignited upon my body. And for the first time, I touched the true path power that the Glamoth Knights wield. That's when I realized entropy loss syndrome is a death called living.
Oh my god. Entropy loss syndrome is a death called living, aka the propagation. This is crazy. We had a what? It sucks that they all did the dust. I wanted a Kosh so bad in a way that's concerning to feminism and men's mental health. I swear, Star, you never cease to amaze me.
The propagation? That's the true source of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry's power?
Yes. I've seen it happen. When the Swarm King dies, the Swarm completely loses its vitality and falls into silence. Just like Glamoth's Iron Cavalry, they weren't given a sense of self. The moment they stray from the hive, they're already dead. The same goes for entropy loss syndrome. Could you help me take her away? I don't want to leave her here alone.
I can believe her final resting place was a freaking section of the dreamscape. Because I'm pretty sure we're inside the dreamscape right now. We're not in reality right now. I can't believe she died here, of all places. In a corner of the dreamscape where no one ever came across her body. It's really tragic when you think about it.
After all this is over, I want to give her a proper burial, just like any normal person.
I'm happy to help. She wanted to escape her fate, but in the end, she died fighting against the Swarm in Penacony. The detestable thing about destiny is that it brooks no defiance. Do you know her name?
When we parted, she had no name, just like me. But I hope, by the time she leaves this world, she will have found both a name and a purpose for her life.
Why did Gopher Wood leave her here? No matter how much I think about it, everything he's scheming couldn't possibly be connected to the propagation.
How did a physical body enter the dreamscape? Or did she die in reality the same time she died inside the dreamscape? That could be it. But then you have to think about, okay, did the propagation, or the swarm disaster rather, did it get affected by the dreamscape and also brought into the dreamscape for her to die in the same dreamscape as the swarm disaster? Because we finding burnt freaking corpses around here of bugs.
How deeply is your past intertwined with this place?
It's not clear yet. But obviously she had multiple fatal wounds on her body. She didn't die from entropy loss. Before we left, Kafka told me, in her view, dreams are inherently a convergence of the past. It's the same for everyone, no matter how much you want to avoid it. No matter what you're seeking, you can't avoid it. Perhaps she was right. However, the Dream Master's weakness has also given us an opportunity.
Good. Now then... Oh? Good news. It seems like we've got a few intruders in this dreamscape. Looks like Silver Wolf can still pick up signals from here after all.
That was fast.
Must be that Memo Keeper's guidance. Either she's lost her sense of restraint or got something nasty up her sleeve.
Let's go check it out.
Alright, let's get it. Also, hold up. Before we even move forward with anything, I need to plug in my other controller because I can't swap characters around with this damn controller because the freaking swap button is broke. Don't know how that happened, but it happened.
This story deserves a perfect ending. Don't you think?
Sorry, I was texting a homie. Cause didn't know that I had to make sure to add his contact so I can properly. Damn it! Gotta figure out how to edit the name. Ah, already?
You aren't hiding anything, are you?
How interesting! I always find this interesting. I love these perspective changes a lot. So that these niggas was over here watching our conversation from the shadow, but we apparently didn't notice them while we were in the dreamscape. Is that not crazy? These niggas was legitimately on the second floor just watching.
Great. He's okay too.
Hold on. There's a troublesome stranger here.
She looks familiar. She's...
Oh? You don't know? Setting allegiances aside, she's much more dangerous than the Dream Master. When facing an emanator who walks in the nihility, we must always tread carefully, no matter when or where.
An emanator of the nihility. Was she ever mentioned in the script?
No. If it weren't for my father's death, I wouldn't have known about this either.
Wait a minute. Why did they put parentheses around that? If it wasn't for my father's death, I wouldn't have known about this either. So, this is telling us that it was a necessity for Duke Inferno to die for her to learn this? Okay. Not the clock,
Your
man.
arrival is timely. This dreamscape is fraught with danger. Since our destination is the same, how about we join forces? I can protect you from harm, but in the memory zone, I'll need assistance from the Memo Keeper as well. And if we run into the family, it wouldn't hurt to have one more person to explain the situation.
Absolutely not. We need to keep her away from him.
Ah, love it. Homegirl needs to protect the main character. Also, I think I do remember this conversation happening as well.
Shh, be careful. What's wrong? Right now, their journeying together is actually saving us a lot of trouble. I can sense it. Death has cast its shadow once again. It's close. And unless things change, they'll cross its path before long. That Mr. Stellaron is clearly unfamiliar with Memoria. And that arrogant swan, always mindful of appearances, is unwilling to show all her cards. Only with Acheron present can they cross beyond death.
Then all the more reason I should find them right now and tell them the truth. There's no need for another conflict with death.
But Black Swan is still here, with unknown intentions. If she chooses to twist the truth, you won't be able to convince the others. Here, a Memo Keeper's word carries more weight. No need to rush things. There's still time to reveal the truth later.
Absolutely not. Have you forgotten? As a Stellaron hunter, I have a 0-point mission. One that must be completed at any cost. If there's
0-point
even
mission.
the slightest chance that Acheron might draw her blade, I cannot let him be there.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I thought you wouldn't care. Haven't you had enough of sacrificing yourself for duty?
My dream was destined to shatter from the start. But for them, it's still not time to wake up. Can I ask you for one more thing? There might be a way to have the best of both worlds, but I need to find death before them.
You know what? I think I just realized another thing that Star Wars Penacony story suffers from. Or rather, suffers from a lack of? I think that's the proper wording to say. Wouldn't be surprised if Acheron noticed and just didn't care. LML. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. With Amphorius' story, they did a really good job, in my opinion, of like fleshing out different characters' perspectives, so that when we got to these climactic moments in the story, it didn't feel rushed, or it didn't feel like there were something missing that we didn't get to see because they were trying to just push us forward to this climactic moment. And I think that's what Star Rail's story kind of suffers from for certain characters. Maybe I'm off base for saying this. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's what another thing that Penacony's story suffers from. Despite the fact that it's a long story that didn't have a skip button at the time. Which is kind of irrelevant to the story writing. Not kind of, it is irrelevant.
That's not hard. It's still lingering in this domain, but a win-win solution?
I don't know for sure, but it's worth a shot. Maybe it's not always hostile. And even if it is, once I activate Firefly Type 4, I can quickly subdue it. But if we're dealing with the worst case scenario, Elio once said that I would face death 3 times in Penacony. And for this first death, I want to decide how it comes.
I just hope that reunion a moment ago didn't rattle you.
Amphorius made me realize how short Penacony was. Yeah, on some real shit. Penacony's story only lasted for 3 version patches. That's the thing. They jammed like hours worth of content in like 3 version patches. Or 4, I can't remember. No, it went from 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, and then 2.3. That's 4 version patches, actually. If I'm remembering correctly. Unless I was just, like, behind everybody else because I started the game a year late compared to everybody else.
Go on ahead. I've burned a hole through the Memoria that'll take you straight to the meme. Better hurry, though. It might not stick around in one place for long.
Got it. Thank you.
I mean, both characters follow...
No sign of anything. Could it have already left?
Yep, and this is how she got here first. I think another interesting thing about this section of the story of Penacony was that how Firefly kept like getting to certain places before us, right? And it felt like, how's she just getting there so fast?
Nothing strange here either. Wait, it's right here. I need to end this quickly.
Okay, so she was okay. So she did notice it immediately, and she was ready to squabble. She was like, "Put the dukes up, twin." But unfortunately, Trailblazer arrived right on the scene, and she had to look all cute and innocent. Okay, this provides so much more context. That's what this quest is. It's context. What's up, Liddy? Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I mean, Penacony feels fractured in plot, if that makes sense. There's a main plot there, but tying everything together is messy, and it feels like character stories are a bit disconnected. There you go. I think you just worded exactly what I was trying to say perfectly. That's what it was. You had like characters' personal story quests trying to intertwine with the main plot, and it wasn't connecting properly. The only character story that honestly perfectly tied with the main plot was Sunday. He was the only one whose story directly flowed perfectly with the main plot, in my opinion. Compared to everybody else. Everyone else felt like they were just joining the party randomly. Granted, the only other character that I would say is on equivalent to Sunday is Firefly. A little bit, but even then, it's kind of hard for me to put the pieces together for Firefly for why I connected to the story. It's context a year later when the fans have forgotten a good chunk of things. Rip. Exactly. And it's so weird for them to do this now when they could have actually done this before we went to Amphorius. This question, like, that's my only real criticism for this, is that they should have released this way earlier. If it was this much of a necessity for them to do this. Right? Trailblazer had to step into to prevent his small angry girlfriend from throwing hands.
Watch out! A dangerous presence lurks nearby.
I loved that wide-eyed expression Firefly just did, and I don't know what it is about that expression she just did, but it's like, it feels a little uncanny. Maybe because it's a 3D model and I can tell that is like not real, but like there was some feel of realness to her shift in facial expression just now, and it just really just caught me off guard. She's like, She's like, who the fuck is that?
Already? There's no time. Then I'll... It's fine. It's fine. At least I get to choose how to die. That alone is great. Besides, this is just a dream. So it won't hurt that much.
Now looking back on this scene, I know I'm yapping. Let me have this, okay? Now knowing the truth behind Firefly and her being a Golomoth cavalry soldier or knight, and she's gone through life or death battles, I could imagine that this whole moment for her was like she had to really steel herself for this, because one, she survived so many battles up until this point fighting against this damn swarm disaster. So I can only imagine how she must feel, you know, not managing to survive all those fights, not taking any lethal blows at all, and now this is the first time she has to let something give her a lethal blow. It's like I can guarantee that a part of her body is like being like, react. The attack is coming. Move. Counter. But she's forcing herself not to move so she can get hit by the attack. This, I'm not gonna lie, would drive me crazy.
This is just my first death. I still have plenty of time to fulfill the promise we made together.
So many people were so sad for this moment. I wonder if I'm gonna see a change in animation this time.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I don't think I admitted this in my first initial reaction.
You should be able to recall at least some of what comes next.
Okay, for my initial reaction for when this moment happened, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, the freaking death memo sprite, whatever the crap this thing is, it is so devious. This nigga legitly snuck her shit. Was like, caught you lacking, twin. Stabbed her in the back. Drilled it in a little bit. He had to make sure he got the job done before he pulled it out. I could make a devious sexual joke right now. Anyway, he did it with no consent, mind you. Drilled it in, pulled it out, and dipped out. He was like, peace. Ah! Flew past people and then ran. Flew past 3 people, then ran. Oh wow, I just realized. Oh yeah, also that as well. Someone could immediately say that this scene is a show of incompetence by these characters because they reacted too slow into stopping the death memo sprite from killing Firefly. 'Cause I'm pretty sure people were more than likely saying those things when this happened. I'm pretty sure. Because they were like, you have an Emanator, a Memo Keeper, and a Trailblazer here. And you're telling me these 3 didn't have the speed necessary to react to this, to stop it from happening? Oh my gosh.
She hoped to reveal the truth of the dreamscape to you through her own death. At the moment she was impaled, even the Emanator of the Nihility would falter, blade wavering in hesitation. That was her way of securing the best of both worlds.
Oh, let me read it, because Sophie said this. Robin was intertwined nicely into the story, but that's because she is likable and helpful. She took the time to properly investigate things and get to know people. That is true.
Unfortunately, fate still played a cruel trick on her. The Memoria transformed so quickly that she didn't even have a chance to explain. After that, she arrived at Dreamflux Reef, land of the exiles, the true Penacony. The family went to great lengths to conceal its existence, using death as their justification. However, at that time she still couldn't venture deeper with peace of mind. Unable to reveal the truth, the situation that had worried her before continued to persist. She was burning with anxiety to return and get you away from the battlefield. Fortunately, a kind and caring lady was still watching over her. I reached out to help once again.
It is clear that Dahlia has her own motivation for why she's doing this, or doing any of these actions, and I need to know the reason behind it. Also, for anybody who finished playing this quest, tell me how far do y'all think I am in it? Am I like 2/3 of the way? Halfway? Y'all let me know.
Her worst fears didn't materialize. Death retreated on its own, allowing you all to escape unscathed. After that, guided by Black Swan, you tried to uncover the truth behind Firefly's death. However, as you must have noticed, be it losing contact with her companions, or the embarrassment of being unable to activate her mech, those Memoria illusions were clearly left behind when she infiltrated Penacony from the memory zone. But that hardly matters. Because of Black Swan's blunder, Firefly gained the precious time she needed. When she appeared before you again, she was already using a different identity. That encounter stirred the whirlpool of destiny, causing many paths to converge. And after you left...
Okay, let me say this right now. Ever since Firefly came out, there has been this growing hatred for any character that's wearing either a mecha suit or is a full-blown robot, and people immediately doom posting saying that it's a female character. Now, I understand the logic and reason behind it. I get it, right? These games pumped out a lot of female characters versus male characters, and people were fiending for new male characters, right? And they thought Sam was going to be it, right? Only for Sam to be actually a girl in an iron suit. And actually, probably a cooler version of Iron Man's suit, honestly, let's be honest. And then what happened with Zenless Zone Zero, Seed ends up getting released. People are like, oh, here we go again. But people completely missed the point of the fact that Seed and Seed Senior were 2 separate characters in one package. and a deep male voice. That too. Homeboy sounded saucy. And then on top of that, you had the whole Kamen Rider / Power Ranger aspect to this character. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Power Rangers really, or Kamen Rider / Power Rangers, I think that whole property or IP really soaked it into my brain that having a power suit is tough as shit. On some real ish. Because every time I think back to Firefly in her suit, I'm like, bro, she more than likely couldn't do half this shit unless she had this suit on. Which, there's no problem with that, obviously. But it's so cool, the idea of having this super powered suit and you're just kicking ass is tough. Also, for those of you who never watched Power Rangers before, go watch freaking Dino Rangers. Dino Thunder Power Rangers. Go watch that. Start from episode 1 and move forward from there.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand? I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time.
Also, the battle suit was so male. It was so male designed. What's the word I'm looking for? Someone help me. I'm trying to find the proper word to describe this. Male oriented in its design. Hopefully that's the right word. So like it made it even more like, I guess it made people more baffled by the idea that Sam was actually Firefly. Because, like, the suit didn't scream, male-coded. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Because of that, it didn't feel like, if people were like, oh, did they change Sam last minute to be like, let's make him a girl instead of a male character? Because we know girls sell, right? And it did, of course, throw people off entirely. Because the expectation was there. There were so many pieces that validated the expectation that this character was going to be male, only for it to be rug pulled underneath their feet when they found out, oh, it was actually a female. Because I guarantee you this, if this battle armor was female coded, which they've done with other female characters, when it comes down to like the whole battle armor wedding dress type ish, we've seen this before. When it comes down to like at least Impact Third, right? Anybody who's seen any Impact Third character design. Right? They've done that a lot. So if they had done that for Firefly, I don't think anybody would have been upset that Firefly was, or rather, Sam was a female. They'll just be like, oh, this is clearly a female character design with a male name. Because you don't really see girls with the name Sam, right? That often in real life. Pretty sure it's pretty rare. Granted, the only way you would call a girl Sam is if, one, their full name was Samantha, right? And they're just like called Sam for short. Maybe Firefly get a new form one day. Probably. I think they have male Fireflies. Oh yeah, that's right. That is true. There was at least one male character among like the Glamoth cavalry that existed, but like Homeboy didn't really have that masculine looking feature to himself, so he looked like he just blended in with the rest of the girls.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances. They can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but... why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary.
Like, right now, hearing this nigga talk, Damn, the fact that I have to refer to Firefly as a nigga slash a male when she's in this form is kind of freaking crazy. But like when you hear this nigga speak, this character seems like it's a male character. Like I would never be upset about the fact that people. Okay, I'm not upset about the fact that people were upset that Sam was female. I'm upset about the fact of the negative effect it had moving forward with any other female character in a robo suit. Or a character that was a robot full of blown, and people immediately doom posting thinking that it's going to be a female character. That's the only negativity I have towards that. Other than this, it's like, bro, all the signs were checking the boxes that this character could have been a male character. iCarly represent. I never really watched iCarly when I grew up, and then all the things that came out about all the things that came out about the production of iCarly, from the actors to the producer and whatnot. Oh my gosh, this shit was crazy. I never really looked that deep into it, but like from the things I did, little bit of things I did say, it was wild. I'm pretty sure he bit the dust. Gooners upset when they can't goon. Some people expected a guy and then they couldn't handle the letdown. LOL. Rip Robo Twink.
Now it's my turn to ask. Who exactly are you?
Why ask when you already know the answer? I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise.
I do remember this line right here. This line that she's saying right here, I remember this one. I found that to be very interesting about Acheron's character.
I know who is inside that cold armor. Therefore, I can sense it. You know who I am. You know this blade, and the meaning that lies behind it. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. You shouldn't know so much, lost self-annihilator.
Like I said, my memory isn't great, so you needn't worry.
Oh, let me read. Thanks for ruining the show for me. Ruined everything for me. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Also, Acheron also has zero sense of direction. Her and Zoro will get along well. I didn't know that she had a terrible sense of direction. Acheron is such a badass. She knows way more than she technically should. I love it.
What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in telling you. On Penacony, Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. The Astral Express is not your enemy. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about the dreamscape.
Already on it. Before we part ways, let me give you a piece of advice. No matter which path you and I walk, death is the inevitable finale. Even if we say farewell in the mortal realm, we shall have one final reunion when Terminus ascends to godhood once more. And the same holds true on Penacony.
Wait a minute, what? Even if we say farewell in the mortal realm, we shall have one final reunion when Terminus ascends to godhood once more. Who the hell is Terminus? Is this the Aeon of the Order? Someone tell me, because I do not know who this thing is. I can't remember if we talked about this when we like yapped about theories like a couple months back. I love the detail of Acheron being forgetful and lost, because nihility is the essence of life, and memories are often associated with. So Terminus is the Aeon of the finality. Oh shit! That's what that is. Okay. Also, I forgot what was bad about the fact of finality. I forgot why it's bad that we're and why we have to prevent that from happening. Because when I think of finality, there we go. I'm thinking about Kiana Keslana and her being in her final form, which is the finality form. It didn't look like she had a bad outcome from what I got from her. So I guess I'm just associating Star Rail's finality with her and thinking, oh, it's probably not gonna be that bad.
I've already been to the Dream Flux Reef. It's not a secret that's hard to uncover.
Well, I'm afraid you have yet to realize just how awake you truly are. It is precisely because life dares to slumber that they can awaken.
Ascends to godhood once more. Even if she's an emanator, she shouldn't.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation.
I remember the scene.
That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams, Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
Okay, so I know I've been yapping a lot. Let me have this real quick. Okay, so what she said earlier about her needing to be in a life support pod because she would die if she isn't using her Firefly suit. Knowing that context now makes sense for why it is that they showed her with these markings on her body in this scene last year or the year before last year. Now this makes sense to me. Like, she's legitimately in a very vulnerable state right now.
Thanks. I hope. Huh? A phone call? At a time like this?
You can turn him down. You know what I mean.
Is Kafka getting in the way of my guy Blade spitting game? I can't believe it.
But Elio said I'm the perfect candidate.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
Candidate. So Elio finally came to a conclusion.
Yes, he said he saw the fourth fate clearly, and there won't be any more surprises. He also chose me as the last survivor. Just like him.
Also, can we talk about how the fact that Elio is clearly a visionary by Genshin Impact's terminology? This man is clearly a visionary. Or not man, but this thing. This cat-like creature that has the ability to see fate. This nigga clearly is a visionary. Let me read. Blade looks so bad in this scene. Terminus moves backward through time, whispering prophecies of the end. Terminus ascension implies being close to the finality of the universe, obliteration of everything. If Terminus ascension was changed, it's because of the track of destiny itself was altered by Elio and his Stellar Hunters. I think Elio might be an emanator of Terminus, but I have no solid proof for that. Okay, nice. This is interesting to know because I did not know this. Also, I think I'm gonna show something later that I came across when I was just like scrolling through like stuff in the game or like a couple days ago. I was like, ooh, this is something very interesting.
Which path is it?
The Nihility. After it engulfs everything, I must be the last survivor. Giving my all to turn the tide.
How ruthless.
However, it's a bit different from the other three. Before that, I have other matters that need my attention. If possible, I must prevent him from being tainted by the power of Nihility. Even the slightest trace of it. After all, everything he carries is not only heavier, but also more precious.
If possible is a bit vague.
I can't believe this. My bad. This is unrelated to the Star Rail content that we're doing right now. So apparently, Wuthering Waves have already posted their, I guess, leaked gameplay of their version of Cyrene of their game for version 3.0, or rather 3.1, right? The character people have been saying that this is the Cyrene of Wuwa, and it's a blatant copy. Some people even predicted that Wuthering Waves was going to do this after seeing the hype for Cyrene, and people called it immediately that Wuthering Waves was going to release their own pink-haired character, which I don't personally have a problem with, because I found out that this character could potentially be like a what do we call alternate versions of characters in Hoyoverse games? What do we call them again? Yeah, y'all know what term I'm trying to put together in my brain. That's basically what she is essentially is in Wuthering Waves, but they're right. The only issue I have was the fact that, one, they didn't need to dye her hair pink. That's for one. Two, XPs. There we go. Thank you so much. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So she's essentially an XP by Hoyoverse terminology, right? My only issue is, one, they didn't need to dye her hair pink, and two, if she is meant to be like this really big character, because the way they showed her off in those trailers, it almost came off as she was meant to be like this big character for the entire update or the entire version of the entire cycle of like version 3 story. That's what it felt like to me. But I seem to be 100% wrong about that, and it seems that she is just going to be just another character thrown into the roster, and she will not be like the grand character of version 3, which kind of sucks, especially knowing that she could potentially just be an XP of another very popular character from PGR. Because like if that's the case, then y'all should have made her more, but who knows, maybe the story will give her a bigger role than I'm thinking that they will. But knowing Wuthering Waves and how they write their female characters, well, not how they write their female characters, rather, okay, this is also true, how they write their female characters and how they handle their characters, is going to really suck once this character banner is done and what they've done in the story, and they're just going to disappear for months on end before we get back to another finale of the entire Wuthering Waves story, and then people are going to be like, oh, look at the greatest thing since sliced bread, when it really isn't, because they're making the same mistakes that they did again for the 2.7 story. I'm going to predict this now.
I suppose, if it comes to that, even if I have to die for it, I cannot run away.
In the future that Elio foresaw, we never had an ending. But I still have a chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning.
Yes, they did Gotcha Dragon, which is very weird. The releasing of like these Sentinel level characters or Resonators, right, before the entire story ends is kind of weird. Because the placement just feels weird. It just feels off, right? Because when Archon characters get released, they get released when the story has reached a climax, right? At least for the most part that we've had when it comes down to Genshin. Nightcry may be the exception. Star Rail, grand characters that released in the patch. Pretty sure Acheron released before the end of Penacony's story. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But when it came down to like Finon, he released like halfway through the entire story for Amphorius, and then Cyrene appeared at the end of Amphorius' story run. Those two were pretty big characters, and honestly, the release for both of them was pretty smart. To release one halfway through the story and one at the end of the story. That was really smart. That's why she's labeled a Galaxy Ranger. Oh, hold on, my bad. I missed what you said earlier. My bad. Let me reread. My bad. That's my fault. Yo, my theory about Genshin being in a universe swallowed by the nihility. Their version of Cyrene tells me everything I need to know. Ripperoni. Oh my goodness. They can say it is XP, but can't explain the pink here. Then we'll do the same thing with Genchi and Karthik as well. Wu basically labeled. Or that's why she's. But hold up. Wu basically pops their ult frame 1 in a fight. That's why she's labeled as a Galaxy Ranger in her trailer. I mean, if they count her as a mem.
Your guest room in reality is surprisingly modest. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet.
And there's burn marks on it as well. Nice detail.
You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
I highly doubt that Acheron killed off all those main characters of the Annihilation Gang. If it is revealed that she killed off every last one of them, that would be freaking crazy. Well, with the exception of Constance. I would freaking hate that. I swear I would.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in the land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms.
Also, excuse me, my bad. Another thing I'm coming to realize is that I think they're using this quest as a way to hype up the Annihilation Gang. If, from our point of view, if the Annihilation Gang does appear in version 4's story with the the whole thing with the Fool's planet. I forgot what that planet is called. Acheron. Her trailer was released before we found out she wasn't a Galaxy Ranger, like she was pretending to be.
Children of the Flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
There we go. That's the character I want. That's the first character I want from that whole group. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. I hope whoever designed Mavwika's character did not sit here and was like, oh, look at this chick from Honkai Star Rail, the one from the Annihilation Game. Let me bite off aspects of that character's outfit and throw it onto Mavwika. Despite the fact Mavwika already had a tribal outfit to wear for her character design, but instead they gave her the biker fit. It's like, come on. We didn't need to go down that route.
When have thou, on the path of destruction, feared death?
I know when this character gets released, the ladies are going to die. Go ahead and prepare your coffins. Don't worry, I got the nails and the hammer.
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out.
Okay, with that line she just said about the Annihilation Gang going on a journey, okay, so this confirms that, one, the Annihilation Gang didn't get wiped out as the story made it out to be. It seems that she only took out Ifrit, and the rest of the Annihilation Gang set out on a journey to go do their thing, because they're on a rite of passage, as Ifrit said. So hopefully that's the confirmation that the group is not dead.
What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you? Who are you?
Oh, so this is when she first runs into Constance. Okay, because Constance is a memo keeper, which is surprising to know that a memo keeper has joined the path of destruction.
It's... no. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together.
AKA, the one who should have been dancing with you and blowing your back out was not meant to be Acheron. It was supposed to be Constance. Basically, is what she was saying. Acheron stepped in and stole that chick's whole moment in the story. You want to talk about a character stealing another character's aura? This is it. You want to talk about a 5-star character stealing another 5-star character's spotlight? This is it.
But that seems unrealistic. Dolly is not welcome on the Banquet Star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you. And then, you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Cut the mystical act. I'm absolutely certain you're not thousands of miles away. In that primordial memory zone, my acuity was blocked at every turn. I thought it was because of the family, but it turns out there was a colleague present. What brings you here?
My, how aggressive. Are you backed into a corner? Or have you figured something out? What could bring Constance of the Everflame Mansion here?
That's your fatal flaw, mysterious cremator. The Annihilation Gang has always operated in plain sight, with no secrets among its members. And Duke Inferno has never had an offspring named Constance.
Wait, what?
Oh? Are you so sure? What if I'm just too capricious and can't help but betray anyone?
That will be a very interesting twist, that she is not one of his children. If that's the implication of that line. In addition to okay, playable just like Cocolia and Signora. Oh my god.
That's impossible. The Antimatter Legion has been after her this whole time.
Aren't you the same? The Garden of Recollection launched 14 pursuits trying to erase me. And in that final one, I died right in front of you, didn't I?
It really is you.
To interrupt another's reunion. Such a graceless act. But by all means.
Okay. If she had died already, how in the hell is she alive? That maybe it'll explain it to me later as we continue the story. But how the hell is she alive then? If she's supposed to be dead?
After this, we'll have ourselves a nice long talk about your ingratitude, my dear cellmate.
Also, the Dahlia's hips are crazy. Has anybody else noticed how wide her hips are? Maybe it's the dress that's making her hips wide, but it's... Oh my lord. Sorry, the Gooner brain has just been activated every time I see her walk.
That's a peculiar look on your face. Before this, I was always anxious about this moment. Always afraid you might find me frightening.
I find you threatening or frightening, but it's just like, I seek to give you devious back shots. That's what. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's continue. Lying for the love of the game.
Of course. Everything about Penacony is more important than you think. To prevent other terrible outcomes, the Stellaron hunters were forced to use great power. If you're willing, and if you can endure it, I can keep going. Or perhaps... Would you prefer to indulge in my double standards?
A woman? I'm gonna keep that to myself. I was about to say something crazy. Oh man, I almost let something out crazy out of my mouth. The moment she mentioned her double standards, I was about to get wicked. Oh my goodness, it was a gut reaction. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a first. I don't think I've ever had a moment like that before. Oh. Oh man. I'm crying. Or not crying, because I woke up and I didn't go wash my face and now my eyes are kind of burning. Hold up. I'll be right back. I need to wash my eyes. My eyes freaking hurt. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I guess I'll say what the joke was. I was about to say before I left. My gut reaction. I was about to say this. I'm not. This is what I was about to say. I was gonna say I'm not surprised to hear a woman give her double standards, or that a woman with double standards. I'm not surprised. It was gonna be along those lines that I was about to have a gut reaction and say off rip. It just naturally was about to come spewing out of my mouth. Okay, my mic is good. Yes, pausing right as the Dahlia stares directly into your soul. I like the lore bits they're dropping, but I feel like this could have been better ways to present it. I understand waiting until after N4 is frustrated, but I understand. But the presentation, instead of dropping crumbs, it feels like they're throwing crumbs in our faces randomly. Interesting take.
Yeah, we were quite close. Don't get the wrong idea from how I phrased it back then.
The way they're presenting it, we're kind of like reliving these moments from other characters' perspectives, and on top of that, we're essentially doing this whole therapy armchair. Yo, let's sit down and yap. But thank God, like she isn't just like sitting here just yapping the entire quest. Like we're just sitting in this one room and she's yapping. Thank God that's not how the presentation is going. That's the only benefit I would say about this right now.
I've always thought that when two people are locked in a knife fight, with their blades pressed to each other's throats, they become more intimate than any pair of dancers.
Intimate? The only intimacy in that moment is someone about to die.
Now, let's turn our gaze to where the threads of destiny intertwine. Soon after, you finally learn Black Swan's intentions. She made a deal with the IPC to bring you before Aventurine. In order to reclaim Penacony, the IPC had been seeking temporary allies.
I'm not gonna lie. I think another thing that made Penacony feel a little disinteresting is when they started like doing the whole IPC plot and like all the politics related to that. I think that's also what made people a little uninterested. And unfortunately, the negative effect because of what Aventurine caused, even though it was kind of like the first of its kind. Technically, it wasn't the first of its kind, if you think about it. A character's personal character writing and whatever being tied to the main plot, right? This is not a first for that, right? But the way they went about it when it came down to Aventurine, it left people a really sour taste in their mouths. Oh my god. My entire playthrough of this quest is going to be me referring to people's criticisms of Penacony's story. Good lord, that's all this is. But anyway, to get back to the main point, the negative effect that they did with this character was really bad, especially how they handled it, right? Because they introduced his character in the midst of what was going on, and we spent so much time on his character. We had a whole main story quest dedicated to it, despite the fact we had a plot moving going on, right? So they ultra fleshed out his character in the midst of that plot. And people were like, why didn't we just get this quest, after what had happened in the main story as like a side quest, a character story quest, or what have you, so that it doesn't feel like it's cutting in between the quests, dragging it out longer than it needs to be. Right? And I think they've done a good job with doing story quest integration with the main plot, aka Penacony, or not aka Penacony, aka Amphorius. Because in my opinion, I feel like Amphorius really, checked the box off for handling characters' story quests being personally tied to the main plot. Down with the IBC, what Aventurine saw through things, including him, is something else. He had a failed experience and survived, not completely traumatized. What was it, that black hole thing?
As a show of initial sincerity, he revealed his discovery to you. The crime scene of Robin's death that was staged by the Fool. From that moment on, Adventurine embarked upon his great gamble. Willing to shatter the cornerstone as precious as life itself, he deceived Sunday with his schemes, earning himself a chance to risk it all. With such a high-stakes gamble, he succeeded in provoking the Emanator's strike. The family's carefully guarded secret was exposed, and you, caught in the eye of the storm, were pulled into the chaos.
Okay, I did not know that was Aventurine's intention, to force her hand into pulling out her sword and slashing with it. I either did not know this or I completely forgot about that. Because that whole section of the story with Aventurine was like so lengthy, and there was so much of it that I honestly, I didn't even remember. As I'm sitting here trying to remember, I don't remember that his intention was to get at Acheron to slash her sword. Like, on some real shit. Because I was so invested in his personal backstory of him, like, coming from this really impoverished planet. Him being essentially, him and his people essentially being, you know, killed off by another group that existed on the same planet and in the same land as them. And that he came from a religious family background because they worshipped, I'm pretty sure, the Aeon of Preservation, but they called the Aeon by a different name. Something like that. Like, I was really invested in his personal story, personally. I was really invested in that aspect of it. Okay, it made me like his character even more. And and of course, more than likely, the core reason for why I like that aspect of his character is because when it comes down to religious characters in fiction, you don't really get a lot of them. You get them every far few in between, right? And usually when it comes down to like Western media and how it portrays someone from like a religious family background, is legitly, for the most part, it's portrayed in probably the worst way possible. And or it only portrays like two sides of it and not the whole picture. So when they like went about fleshing out his character and his personal, you know, religious belief and his faith. Actually, I don't know if you would even call it faith, because at that point, there's no need for him to have faith in the existence of Gapoitoth, the Aeon of Preservation. It's more so faith in the fact that they will fulfill their promises by listening to people's prayers. I think that's the faith aspect of it all. But anyway, yeah, I just really liked how they portrayed it. It was just really good to me.
But that's all about the living. In the same moment, what became of those within the world of the dead? Miss Robin arrived at Dreamflux Reef ahead of you. But what awaited her wasn't the uncertainty of a gamble.
Oh, let me read the other stuff, because I know someone said something. Let me read. Wait, where was I? She cut into that place that shouldn't exist, or whatever, don't remember how they described it, and allowed him to enter into it. He got to look around, but he had a wild ride. She was like, if you want to see it that badly, then suit yourself. I don't remember the exact words, but that was the vibe. But Gapoitoth, Aeon Preservation. Eventually, he's technically very religious because he follows Ygilla, the beauty, though people forget how pious and faithful he really is to his beliefs. Yeah, I think people really forget that aspect of his character. Well, not forget that he's religious. Or, I don't think it's the fact that people forget that he's religious. I think people overlook it because of how they present his character as being this really goofy guy who's like, he followed his belief to the end, there's no doubt. But how they present him, they present him as this really cornball. This is like homeboy in his own little space as if no one else exists. Right? He's not really an airhead, because that's what you would describe an airhead, but he's not an airhead. Right? He's something that like kind of borders on that, I guess.
But rather a destined life and a destined death.
Brother, I don't understand. For a bird, does flying also need a Y?
Oh my goodness, we're about to get the freaking bird picture again. People made so many memes about this bird. Why does life slumber? Oh, the bird in the cage. What was the question he asked about the whole bird in the cage thing? I forgot what it was.
Since it falls to us to decide
oh my god,
to release it back to the sky, we must take responsibility for that choice.
The bird is back. I'm getting flashbacks. No!
That really sounds like Mr. Gopher would. But I've made up my mind. Let it soar free and wild. If I had feathers and wings like it does, I definitely want to fly. Even if just to try it once. Besides, Big Brother will help it, right?
But
it's truly reassuring to hear such words before parting. Come, Sunday. Your little sister will be walking ahead of you now.
Mr. Gopherwood, how did you...
The gods bestowed upon us heavenly fire, and with it divine tribulations. Let them be, for we are all mortals, born to love and to suffer.
Damn, they even got their own Bible quotes. This is interesting. I didn't expect to even come across something like this in Star Rail. Like, there's only like, granted, it's actually kind of baked into Star Rail's entire fundamental, world building, that every character in the game, whether they outright say it or not, are like devout followers of their paths. Some of them aren't devout followers of their path because they got slapped with this path unintentionally. Well, can't say unintentionally because it was fated that it would happen, but like they themselves don't like worship those Aeons to be like, oh, I follow the path of destruction, but like I don't worship the Aeon of destruction. Fuck that guy. Basically. But I'm still interested by this. I swear, Hoyoverse be surprising me sometimes. I got surprised when they mentioned the skin tone in the Nodcry story. When it came down to Nefer, I got extremely surprised by that. I was like, wow, I did not expect that. And then now I'm getting hit with Bible quotes. Star Rail Bible quotes. I guess the Bible of Harmony, I'm going to assume. Because these people were following the Harmony path. But then they switched over to the Order. So this may be a verse from the Order. Or this could be a verse from the Bible of the Order being put into the Bible of the Harmony. I keep saying Bible because that's the only placeholder I can think of a holy book. So please forgive me for that.
Today, more than one little bird will embark on their long journey. How could I miss the moment of your departure?
I'm fanning for more Analore? You don't know? You don't know? Hoyo made an official... Shut the fuck up. No, they didn't. Show me this right now. If you are in my Discord, link this to me right now and prove me wrong. Because I don't believe you.
Come here, child. I've prepared a farewell gift for you.
What did she
I'm lying? Okay, cool. I was about to say, no they didn't. I was about to say.
Sorry. Where was I?
I was about to say, imagine they really made a Bible. Not like, for teaching religious purposes, obviously. But like for the sake of like the Star Rail story stuff. And like the whole, the Bible for the path of harmony, the Bible for the path of remembrance, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, they would make really good money off that. Because potentially they could like drop in like crazy lore in those books if they ever decide to make such a thing.
In Dream's Edge, a masked fool attacked you and left behind a parting gift?
Oh, it's hard to call it a gift. When the fool killed me, they put a mask on my face. But when I woke up in Dreamflux Reef, it was gone, and I couldn't feel any effects from it.
As for that mask of yours, is it really called the Harmony? The Twin of the Order?
She might be hinting at something, but I still can't figure out what she means.
Wait, so Robin died there? I thought Robin died in the... Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, so this must be the timeline. Robin must have died there on that rooftop building when Firefly probably snuck her ass, right? Or not Firefly, but Sparkle snuck her, right? But the character we saw in the tub vanishing was Sparkle in disguise, right? At least following what the Trailblazer saw. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is saying to me.
Speaking of which, how is that anomaly of yours doing now?
I'm gradually getting better. There's no denying that Dreamflux Reef also spreads the Harmony, and it hasn't been affected by the family's traitor. As for my loss of voice, I still need to keep investigating. Perhaps I've been wearing a mask all along, without even realizing it.
If you need any help, just say the word.
Thanks for your help. I'm starting to get familiar with this place. But Dreamflux Reef is so isolated. Is there any way to know what's happening outside? I want to check on my brother's situation.
Leave your brother alone. Let that man go die in peace. Anyway. Oh. When we got to this point in the story, I watched this theory video made by Ashikai. If you had never watched any of Ashikai's theory videos about either Star Rail or Genshin, go watch it. It's really good content. I'm not gonna lie, because at this point in time when Penacony story was happening, we were also getting world quests for Fontaine related to like Remuria or whatever, and it was such a nice parallel between the two. And because of the parallel between these two, it started sparking off this interesting take that there's aspects of Penacony's Dreamflux Reef, or rather the Stellaron and the stage where the final battle took place, that it's probably alluding or paralleling to the heavenly principles in Genshin Impact. And I still stand on that position, even after, a year has passed since then, technically. Because the theory was so good. It was just like, I can see it. The fact, I actually, do we even know what type of species Robin and her brother are? Because it seems like they are born with halos. Are these natural born halos, or are these something they get later? Because they got angel wings popping out of their skulls. They got halos off rip. Are they angels?
That's easy. Just head to where all the action is. Want me to show you the way?
I'll take a walk around by myself. Thanks, Mr. Micah. Let the show begin.
Oh, this is my advanced forward team. Also, they really did you dirty. I heard your cake factory was crazy on release, but they deflated you a little bit. I feel sad about that.
Miss Robin, can you hear me? That voice. Over here.
Oh, let me read. They're halovens. They are a species. They're halovens. Okay, I need to read up on this lore about these halovens.
Are you Miss Firefly? So you did notice me after all. Sorry, but I can't show myself right now. Could we talk somewhere more private? To be honest, I have no reason to trust you. I get it, but I can assure you this isn't a trap. If you really need a reason, there are anomalies in the 12 hours. We are suspicious of the Dream Master's true identity. Lead the way. But let me be clear. Agreeing to meet doesn't imply anything about my stance. Understood. My companion will show you the way.
Oh, also, I think this is a good time as any to... Oh, hold up. Yeah, I think this is a good time as any to, like, point out this interesting thing I came across that I found was really interesting. For example, the Ascension material called the Traveler's Guide. When I read this was very interesting to me. An all new series of the Traveler's Guide, the chef's manual to galactic cuisine, is now available for purchase. This is very interesting because we know the Traveler from Genshin Impact can cook like Gordon Ramsay. For submissions, please connect to the station Beacon ERD230 to contact any intellectually good representative. Method of payment can be blah 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 blah. Basically, required for reading for world exploration. Please read bottom to tune to in a language you understand, telling you about the legendary encounters of renewed adventurers across different worlds, as well as the precious wisdom and knowledge that they have gathered. Linked about them in the Discord. Thank you, appreciate it so much. What was another thing that was interesting that I found in here? This thing being called refined ether. I was like, bruh. A canister of ether that has been extracted and distilled using special procedures. The Garden look forward to recreating a past glory, but it is a past glory selected by them. Do you understand? I'm pretty sure this whole line is supposed to refer to Cyrene, aka the Aeon of Remembrance. I'm pretty sure that's what that's alluding to. A fragment dust crystal that had densified after being reduced to its original form. This must not be placed together with the ores offered by the Amber Lord. This is a creation of the Stellaron and goes against the will of preservation. So what was another thing? There was something else that was interesting that I found. Hold up. Where is it? Where's the store? Here it is. Okay, I passed it. Hold up. Was it these I came across that was interesting? At least they were once hot and bright. I don't think it's this one. I think it's these. Is it these? Splendid gems formed when a shooting star fell from the sky. Precious things stay precious. Also could be traveler related lore, potentially. Oh, this one talked about the equilibrium. This was very interesting as well. Granted, it was kind of hard for me to attribute this to the Traveler or to Genshin Impact as a whole. When I read this, it was kind of hard for me to try to connect the dots between the two. Where is your eye? Here and there, they just do themselves into non-existence. bars buried center beyond their world, reaching out into the distant void. They could never walk into the annihilating embrace of a binary star system, for they never, but before well, hold up, for they never truly able to hold one another. My bad. It's kind of hard to read when I got this freaking damn laptop light beaming into my eyes as I'm trying to read my screen. It's freaking effing me up. Got me feeling crazy. Actually, I'm a little too far away from my TV screen, actually. Hold on, I gotta get closer. I'm gonna move my table forward. There we go. You forward. And then I try to move forward on the chessboard as well. There we go. That's so much better. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. So let me go look in the Discord real quick. Alright, let's continue.
Blue flames. Is there a cremator among Miss Firefly's companions?
Anywho, my bad.
Miss Firefly, you can show yourself now.
Sorry, just a moment. My companion will bring you this way shortly.
This way? Where is this?
As expected of the Harmony's favorite, passing through such dense memoria without even being affected in the slightest. Hello. You may call me the Dahlia for now. This is our cozy new home in the sweet dream, where words may flow more freely.
Also, let me read. I missed this. Ventilia's boss loot, Okema? Okema? Ochima? The Ochima? Thing about Enforius dropped, before the Enforius dropped. Nightlight in the accessible settings makes things a bit easier, at least for me. Computer is not the game, just for clarity. Imagine being called the Harmony's favorite, that's crazy.
A new home burned out of the sweet dream? If you really wish to have a proper conversation, you shouldn't resort to provocation like this.
I apologize. But she's different from other cremators. She has no intention of stealing memories. The same goes for me. I have never wished to destroy the sweet dream. Sneaking into the dream was my only option. I really like Penacony as a tourist. This is my first time dreaming. And Penacony is more wonderful than I imagined.
Thanks. So, what brings you here?
I'm sure you've noticed it too. The Dream Master Gopher would completely merge with the dreamscape, becoming virtually omniscient and omnipotent in Penacony. But now, he's losing his grip on the dreamscape. To find out why, we conducted some investigations. In the primordial dreamscape, we uncovered a crime that he had buried away. We suspect that's why his powers aren't what they used to be. And that's why he's been telling everyone he's under the weather.
Crime?
I'll show you later. Belonging to his family. You wouldn't believe me unless you saw it with your own eyes.
You've indeed uncovered many clues. But before we proceed, I must confirm your true intentions.
Oh, also, for anybody watching the show right now, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. The support goes a long way. as we proceed into the new year. Thank you so much. Also hit that subscription button for your boy if you never subscribed to my channel. I am close to 1,000 subs. Your support, again, would be greatly appreciated.
My purpose is about a reunion, a rescue, and a farewell. Will you believe me?
Miss Firefly, that expression and tone of yours just now, I've seen it many times in my audience.
Yeah, the Dahlia gonna get caught lying in this moment. I can feel it.
Expression?
That's the look one has when describing what they hold most dear in their heart. So I'll trust you this time. When I first left Penacony, the Dream Master gave me a parting gift. A divine law, so to speak.
For a leader of the 5 lineages, that's pretty cheap, isn't it?
Since then, I've walked the path of harmony as a Pathstrider, wielding its power. Until I returned once again for the Charmony Festival. In the 12 hours converged by the Dream Master, I developed symptoms of losing my voice, and the strength of the harmony began to wane. Yet in Dreamflux Reef, I wasn't affected at all. I believe that the path he once pointed to might not have been named the Harmony. That's why I gradually became incompatible with the sweet dream. In the past, the Dream Master would harmonize for me. But when he was too busy to tend to me, I finally noticed something was wrong.
So, which path did he choose to walk?
It's not clear yet. There aren't many clues about this, but I suspect it's the Order.
Let me say this as well. I feel like the path of the Order is 100% valid. Like, I know someone could be like, but it restricts free will, this, that, and the third. I get all that. I get it. But at the same time, it is a valid path to go down, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to give this answer for every aspect of life, right? But again, it's still valid.
Thank you, Miss Robin. You've helped us clear up many of our doubts. However, regarding the Dream Master's path, we have different conjectures.
Such as?
What is it?
Come with me. It's time to see it with your own eyes.
Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. I thought the camera angle... No, the camera angle changed. This isn't how the camera angle usually is. We're usually directly behind them. But we're behind them on their right side. Well, shoot. I'd rather be behind Topaz's backside any day. Anywho. Damn, the jiggle physics on this character is crazy. Granted, it's not as crazy as, let's say, Evelyn from Zenless Zone Zero. If you want to talk about jiggle physics, oh my lord.
Thank you, Miss Robin. You've helped us clear up many of our doubts. However, regarding the Dream Master's path, we have different conjectures.
Come with me. It's time to see it with your own eyes.
I'm sitting here wondering, how is it that homegirl, little shorty here, Clara, how is it that she ended up being a Pathstrider for the Aeon of Destruction, or the Path of Destruction? Like, how? Is it because of Serog willing to destroy anything to protect her, which is the reason why she is a Pathstrider? Or does she have her own personal thoughts and opinions that just align with the Path of Destruction? I need someone to answer this question for me. Anyway. Oh, let me read. As Sunday said himself, there's a reason the Order was able to resonate with the Harmony in the first place. They both hate dissonance. Order isn't bad necessarily, it's how people shape their perception of order.
Here lie secrets that the family tried to conceal, and a long, romantic tale. Sadly, most of it has nothing to do with us.
Brooklyn Tiernan. I remember that name. A Galaxy Ranger, worthy of admiration. When Penacony was plagued by the swarm disaster in the past, he was the one who fearlessly protected our sweet dream.
That's why we had to come here. We suspect that after turning away from the family, the Dream Master sided with the propagation.
How could that be?
History as we know it may be long gone, but people's memories remain preserved in the memory zone. If we can master the technique, we'll be able to pierce through time itself and salvage the past from chaos.
Is this Memoria?
Oh my gosh, they are actually doing it. Bro. One of the biggest there was no, not one of the biggest, but there was a criticism video I found like last year before we got to Amphorius, where this chick, she made this video criticizing the Amphorius story, or not Amphorius, but the Penacony story, my bad. And she mentioned how we had a whole bunch of lore important named characters, but they didn't have any NPCs or any images dedicated to them in mass. They were like, we only had like one or two that had dedicated imagery towards them, while the rest of them didn't have anything at all, right? And people will get like characters mixed up because there was no pictures to illustrate who was who and shit like that. And now it seemingly they're handling that with this quest. Granted, this should have been done way earlier.
Every disaster brought by the swarm was accompanied by countless sacrifices. Some names were remembered, but others were not only forgotten, but betrayed.
What are you doing? I am not your enemy.
Indeed. Our true foe is that abominable fate.
The fact that this is his design is crazy. This man looks wicked. Also, I love that his wings are colored dark purple, or not dark purple, but like he got like a neon navy blue design color, or I said design color, navy blue color. Go for what NPC model is so chopped. Look at how they massacred my man. He looks chopped to you? I think he looks pretty decent. He looks decent. He don't look chopped. I've heard it is because of how they fought and why they fight. Welt, for example, doesn't follow the Nihili at all because he's so tired of fighting, though he's labeled Nihili mechanically. They removed his sharp jawline. I mean, his jawline looks pretty fine as it is. I mean, clearly, Homeboy was not bred to be a Chad, obviously.
Then why? Why?
Easy, child. Your struggle only adds to the pain. The strike I just delivered, dishonorable though it may be, did not miss. Here and now, your death is certain.
But I was clearly helping fight against the swarm here.
Indeed. As the swarm ran rampant, a Glamoth knight passing through joined the battle without asking for anything in return. Truly admirable.
Then why would you slide on her or him? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is her, right? Slide. Why would you slide on her in this fashion, twin? It was unprovoked.
But have you ever wondered why, right after that, the infestation only grew worse? Could it be? The Glamoth Knight, born to purge the swarm, turned out to be a Pathstrider, walking the path of propagation. The sweet dream has never been tainted by the propagation. You brought it here, and only your death can remove it.
How can this be? I can leave and never come back here. I can't die. I don't want to die.
That's precisely why I said that strike wasn't honorable. I explored your secrets for the sake of the sweet dream. But striking you down, that came from selfish desires after glimpsing eternity.
Man, they should have allowed us to spun on this man's block. Good lord. I am feeling unjust. Hold on, no. I am feeling dissatisfied with Pentecode's story even more now. Because this man got to slide. Because we didn't get to put him in the dirt. He just offered up his life. Oh, yo, what's up, Julian? What's up? Happy New Year, bro. It's been a while since I've seen you. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. We didn't get to spin this man's block righteously, and I'm upset about that. Like, we spun the block on Xandar righteously. Did we or did we not? It felt great. But we didn't spin this man's block after what he did? Diabolical.
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow, and once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever? You shall become my darkest crime, in the beginning of a great undertaking.
Man, if only we got to see this model during the main story. Because this character, he got the exact same feel as Fenrico from Wuthering Waves. Like, these niggas are willing to do anything for their faith. Granted, we know Fenrico was being manipulated by the Thermodian as well, when we figured that out later. But still, he still did the actions that he did. And he was content with the actions he did.
Your remains shall become the foundation for eternal paradise.
You're quite familiar with the Memoria, so you should be able to tell whether this memory is fabricated or not.
Laying the foundation for eternal paradise?
At that time, she was trying to escape her own destiny. But when the swarm was discovered on Penacony, she didn't just stand idly by. Even though she died while fighting against the swarm, it wasn't destiny catching up with her again. It was her own choice. Because, like any ordinary person, she had a conscience and knew compassion.
So let me read. I'm just tired as hell because I was out for like 2 or 3 hours. Then I was helping with my friends with something. Nice. Nope, not yet. Because my squad is tough. That's why I didn't get rid of anything.
Is she your friend?
Yes. And in many moments, looking at her is like seeing myself.
Yeah, because you're clones. Duh.
I know it won't undo what's been done, but I'm sorry. No matter what purpose the Dream Master has, it doesn't give him the right to sacrifice anyone. I promise you, when all of this is over, regardless of the outcome, I'll tell everyone about her deeds. She deserves to be remembered by the sweet dream.
Thank you.
But there's one thing I don't understand. Even if the Dream Master is after the power of the propagation, there are plenty of swarms left in the cosmos. Why resort to killing?
That's exactly why we came to find you. With the Charmony Festival about to begin, it can't be a mere coincidence that the Dream Master is pushing forward with his various machinations now. And you were chosen to perform for the Harmony. Whether you're aware of it or not, you must be absolutely crucial to his plans.
I see.
Because he groomed you, girl. It's as simple as that. He groomed you for the Aeon of Order, twin. You just didn't know it.
You want me to become the conduit to retrieve the past from the memory zone? What exactly do I need to do?
Also, this is actually kind of interesting. Imagine you've been raised in a Christian family household, but in reality, they weren't teaching you to like follow the path of Christianity and like worship God and all this stuff. But instead, they were teaching you to worship the devil and welcome his practices. It's like, bruh, it'll be the craziest cock slap to the face. I need to stop doing this cock slapping analogy. Ever since I did it in that one reaction video, I've been doing it nonstop. I gotta stop doing this. Oh my goodness gracious.
I'll need to temporarily take a piece of your memory. By letting it stir up the memory zone, I can follow the flow of Memoria and burn a path through, retrieving scenes from the past once again. Whether I succeed or not, I'll return your memories to you safe and sound.
Let a cremator access my memories?
I also think it's too much to ask. If you deem it necessary, you can use tuning to leave a safeguard in our minds, preventing any ulterior motives.
There's no need. Let's get started. May the harm that befalls you never lead to your downfall. This is a blessing that has been passed down through the family for generations. I don't want all trust to be built upon mutual threats.
Robin being chosen for plans following the propagation does not sit well with me, and I feel kind of bad for homegirl. Wait, she was being groomed to follow the path of propagation? Not the path of the Order? Okay, I must have misread then. I thought it was for the Order.
So this is what star power looks like. You've even made me a little starstruck. All right. Looks like we got lucky. Oh? What's this? A piece of worm-eaten oak?
Found something new?
This time, I'm afraid we've uncovered quite a disaster. Let's go see it with our own eyes.
Nothing but lies, my dear. Hiding behind the title of a memo keeper? Tell me, how long have you been lying to them?
You really seem determined to savor those unforgettable moments, don't you? Be smart and take a hint. I don't have time to entertain you right now.
Ugh, the spice.
Because you're busy. Pretending to be a Stellaron hunter?
Who are you talking about?
Quite the clever move there. Miss Firefly, if you're willing to take my advice, why not make a trip back to reality? Ask that Silver Wolf lady carefully who your true companions really are.
How did you...
All right, you. Still can't help sticking your nose into everything, huh?
Who exactly are you people?
She's just a cremator who manipulated memories and pretended to be a Stellaron hunter's companion. She fooled all of you.
What about Miss Firefly? Is she all right?
She might get lost in the memory zone's turbulence, but don't worry. She's quite something. She'll only be stuck there temporarily. I'm here to bring you back to the Oak family. Mr. Sunday is worried about your safety. He tasked me with finding you in the dreamscape.
Oh, let me read. Right now, they're discussing that Robin thought he was following the order, but Dolly, and Firefly believe he was turning toward the propagation. Oh, okay, my bad. Thank you for the clarification. I must have missed that somehow. Well, I gotta go. I need to do my daily quest in Zillins and HSR. Only got like an hour and 30 minutes. Bye, hello. Bye, everyone. All right, see you later, Julian. Have a nice New Year's. And get that good sleep in, bro.
As for this Dahlia, she cannot be trusted. To extract specific history from the memory zone through just one memory? While there might be memo keepers capable of such feats, they certainly wouldn't be mere pathstriders.
Seems you've been watching for quite a while. Yet you only show up fashionably late when we're about to make progress. Who's the untrustworthy one here, I wonder?
Save your excuses. I bring a message from Mr. Sunday that will prove my identity.
Just a message? Don't you find that a bit ridiculous?
Let's give it a try. It's only 2 words. Charmony, Dove. I don't know the details, but Mr. Sunday said you would understand.
Indeed. Unless it's an extreme situation, this is enough to earn my trust.
The IPC, Astral Express, and now you're even taking assignments from the family? My, aren't you popular? But you just had to choose the path of your own demise?
You can tell she's getting irritated fast. Right? Because this entire time we've seen nothing but this whole calm, collected, and curious side of her character. We have yet to see her look irritated. Ever since she's been interacting with Black Swan, she has become more and more irritated with each and every encounter. And she's legitimately on the verge of a crash out. It's interesting that Dahlia is choosing to share these memories with the Trailblazer. True, because we still don't understand her motive behind it, right?
Back then, I not only kept Lady Acheron's secret, but also left you with your life intact. What? You're that eager to rekindle our past?
Well, you are the Dahlia, after all. I have to keep an eye on what kind of trouble you're going to stir up next. I've been questioning this for a long time. How could Destiny's slave possibly accept someone like you, whose very nature is betrayal?
And what's the deal with the Stellaron Hunter?
Let's get somewhere safe first. Then we can talk. She's too dangerous for us to let our guard down.
Many thanks.
You've gotten more composed. Or have you just gotten slower? She's already left this area. There's no way you can catch up to her now.
Catch? Why would I chase after her? Arrogant swan. If I didn't take her memories just now, then what exactly did I do to her? I might as well tell you. I planted a spark of the cremator's fire in her memories. It will spread silently, and in an instant, it will burn away all her memories of seeing me. She'll believe she was never here. The suspicions that have already taken root in her mind will also gradually fade away. No matter what she has discovered, the moment she attends the Charmony Festival, she'll revert back to that good child who was born to walk on the Order. You're the one who's run out of time.
I see. Not a member of the Everflame Mansion, and definitely not a Stellaron Hunter. Your true ally is the Dream Master?
Oh, aren't you clever? How about a little reward for that?
Cut the act. Even with your usual reckless methods, you can't handle me alone.
You're right. I can't do it alone. But I rarely feel lonely anyway.
Repent and return to righteousness. Though you soar like an eagle and make your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there.
Now, can you still keep your cool?
He actually gave you strength through the divine law. The Dream Master would go this far for an ally?
I'm not gonna lie, the aura farming that's going on in this scene is diabolical. I had to keep my mouth shut because I was just enjoying this interaction right here. This right here is spicy.
What can I say? I'm just that trustworthy. If he hadn't done that, how could my control over Memoria far exceed that of ordinary memo keepers? Let alone allow me to tamper with the Stellaron Hunter's memories.
Unfortunately, you lost your composure in your euphoria. In the dreamscape, I might not be your match. But if I want to leave, you can't keep me here.
Harsh words. Want to test that theory? It's easy to throw away a flower, but the fragrance lingering on your hands won't fade so easily. I can be quite persistent, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like she's saying, yo, I'm about to spill your blood, and your blood is gonna be a little hard to clean off my fingers. It's gonna be staying there for a while. That's how I interpreted this line.
Even if we rekindle what once was, I remain unchanged.
That step back was intentional.
Run faster. I love watching people resist. Love watching them flee. Let's savor this moment a bit longer. After all, for us, This will be an incredibly crucial moment.
I swear, this voice actor always nails her lines. I swear. This is why I deem her as one of my favorite voice actors. For female characters, she freaking nails it.
No matter where you run, I will always find you.
Oh my goodness.
I have the numbers advantage. You have no chance of winning.
I don't want to use a cremator's tricks. Not that I can't.
Oh. I knew it. Your ever-shifting morals. Never changed.
Oh, damn. Holy guacamole. The arena changed.
Where do you think you're going? After putting on such an elaborate show, won't you stay for a little chat?
Okay, I need to say something right here and right now. That whole scene right there where she's chasing after Black Swan is so interesting because with Black Swan's character trailer, right? They have Black Swan essentially following behind the Trailblazer as the Trailblazer runs around from hallway to hallway and falling through pictures and shit. So it's very interesting that they released this antagonist character, right? And she's essentially doing the same thing to Black Swan. And be like, oh, you thought you could escape, twin? Ah, man, I love that stuff. I love it. It makes these characters so interesting. We already know what was about to happen to Black Swan. Let's be for real. She was about to catch the devious amount of back shots from freaking homegirl. We knew it was gonna happen.
Where do you think you're going? After putting on...
Okay, fine. We'll talk then. Damn, bitch. Also, my team setup has been changing back to back. Okay.
The most trustworthy thing about you is that you're never to be trusted, darling. And that's one thing that's never changed about you.
When did you figure it out? That the divine law used to share power with me was also the shackles he placed upon me.
The moment you admitted to being the Dream Master's ally, I began to suspect your true intentions. Until now, you've betrayed every single faction you've joined, without exception. Besides, after not seeing each other for so long, and now having such an overwhelming advantage over me, you'd do everything in your power to stop me, even if I had the slightest chance to escape. The openings you deliberately left during our clash weren't exactly subtle. Rather than toying with me, you were leaving gaps everywhere for me to cremate Memoria.
Oh, really? I'd love to drop the act and give you a proper taste of torment. But alas, as long as the constraints on me remain, I'm not my own master. I can't do anything that would harm Gopher Wood, nor can I reveal his secrets.
Basically, she said, if I wasn't restrained, I'd be tearing your cheeks up right now. The mattress would be destroyed. You'd be left gasping as if you were dying. Anyway.
Good thing we've always had this kind of tacit understanding. Always trusting in each other's capriciousness.
I wish that wasn't the case. I'd rather not draw the garden's attention because of my association with you.
Aw, back to your old tricks again?
It's an epiphany, dear. Something you'll never understand. Let's talk about what's really important here. What are you hoping to get from the Dream Master that made you willing to submit to his control?
The only answer I want from the Dahlia right now is pure, oh, I'm only doing this because I'm a rage baiter and because I love seeing things burn. If she doesn't give me this answer, I'm going to be a little tilted. But that's fine. If she gives a more, valid answer. Well, no, actually, that's still valid regardless. But, like, if she just want to stir shit for the sake of stirring shit, then it's like, I hope that's the case. I was about to call her a crash out, but, like, she's not going to be the one crashing out.
After putting on such an elaborate show, using me to regain your freedom, which kind of memories are you trying to steal from the sweet dream?
Why, of course. The destructions.
Wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute. You regain your freedom. What kind of trying to steal from the sweet dream? Of course, the destructions. The destructions memories is in the Penacony dream? What?
Stop joking around. You abandoned that path long ago.
You're still as charming as ever. So, let me show you a glimpse of the past. Just this once, Weren't you really interested in the Everflame Mansion?
I never get tired of their 2D artwork. It's always freaking good. Like, oh my lord. There's an empty throne up there. Golden blood.
So you were the one who erased the memories from that music box after all.
That's right. I kept only this scene as a memento. I wanted to remember how I felt at that moment. And look closer. It's not just the memories. The Everflame Mansion itself has ceased to exist.
Those claw marks. You've long since strayed from that path, yet you can still wield the power of the destruction.
Isn't it the same right now? I've betrayed the Garden of Recollection, yet I can still show you the memories. If you have time, I can help you savor the memory of our first encounter.
That sounds spicy.
Go ahead and savor it on your own. I want to put it behind me. The sooner, the better.
She doesn't want to admit the fact that she and freaking, homegirl, the Dahlia, used to swap spit with each other. I can see. Well, like, sometimes you just don't want to admit your past, bro. Hold on, let me read right quick. Flynn's versus Dahlia. Who's the bigger rage baiter? Right now, it's feeling pretty even Steven between the two of them. Like, granted, I would put Dahlia a little higher, purely on the basis that this bitch will kill somebody.
But can't you tell me something I don't already know? You betrayed the Everflame Mansion. Is that really supposed to be surprising?
Destruction is a glorious moment. As Duke Inferno's daughter, I will see his last wishes carried out to perfection, even if my role as such is only temporary. And besides, who said I betrayed them back then? I came here to fulfill Duke Inferno's last wishes. This was his command to me. Make the Knights of Penacony crumble and wither. Leave naught but a tomb of remembrance. In other words, Everything on Penacony related to the Remembrance was my target for destruction. But this was already a world of Memoria. How could I possibly accomplish this without any help?
Okay, so even though she was like faking it till she made it, right? She still was like, don't worry, I'll still spin the block for you, bro. Like, bro, what? For a chick who betrays people and factions all the time, the fact that she was still willing to go with the a command given to her by a faction she quote unquote betrayed is very interesting.
Working with the Dream Master may be like dancing with the devil, but I have no better choice. Oh yes, everything tied to the Remembrance includes you, of course. Grateful? You should be. My whim is the only reason you're still alive.
I won't be grateful for that. You couldn't have done it anyway. Filial piety has never been one of your strong suits, so drop the act.
That's exactly why I'm saying, you only think you understand me. Think about it carefully. As a Stellaron hunter, didn't I work my hardest to help Firefly get closer to the truth? As an ally of the Dream Master, I also helped monitor the dreamscape. And when a hunter infiltrated Penacony, I seized the chance to pose as her companion and trapped her in the memory zone. As for Robin, whom he chose as his songstress, I burned away her doubts too, leaving nothing to chance. Like the destruction, betrayal is but a fleeting moment. And before it came, whether with Duke Inferno, Gopher Wood, or Firefly, I wasn't pretending. I truly, wholeheartedly became their companion.
What about Robin? Those sparks that burn through memories. Don't you think that was a bit too much?
So basically, what the Dahlia is saying is that when it came to her being the whole AI girlfriend, she wasn't faking the funk. She was committing to the bit 100%, and she actually felt that way. She was not AI girlfriend, more like what do you call it? The e-girl thing, right? I feel like that's the more accurate one to use, right? She basically was an e-girl, right? That was 100% truthful in her feelings with her companions. Man, this is parasocial to the next level, honestly. Because it's not even faking it with the funk, with the parasocial shit. Or like being half truthful. She was being 100% herself in these relationships.
Oh my! I thought I could fool your eyes at the edge of the dreamscape. But I guess there's no hiding from you on your home turf. What? You want to settle the score with me for messing with your people? Why don't we sit down and have a chat? You seem like a patient one to me.
Y'all can tell me whether or not if I was off base with my analogy. Because I feel like I was pretty on base, but I could be entirely wrong.
So tell me, what exactly do you want to take from me?
Don't worry, I only went with the flow. Suppressing her power a little to make it easier for you. I trust. You're someone who knows how to return a favor, right? There's this thing called the script. Now that, I find quite intriguing. Stellaron Hunter collaborator. Soon, Robin will understand the true purpose of those sparks, and thank me for it. I can hardly wait. Even though I'm not a Stellaron Hunter, this time, I might have a chance to betray destiny too. So stop thinking you've figured me out. I don't want to miss out on any possibility life has to offer. Betrayal isn't in my nature. Greed is.
Darling, are you fatally wounded or terminally ill? Unless you're on your deathbed, I don't believe you're actually being this honest.
Well, unfortunately for you, Black Swan, you done got played like a trick multiple different times throughout this quest. And on top of that, we, the people beyond the screen, beyond the third dimension, even possibly the fourth dimension, if you count the TV itself being a fourth dimensional thing. We exist over here on the fifth dimension, and we can see the highlighted words. You cannot, you fool. As stated, verse 3 and 12. Betrayal isn't in my nature. Greed is.
I can make an exception for you. But most people,
oh goodness,
I certainly don't want them to remember. Sometimes I resent memories. Because some people don't deserve to witness my radiant bloom again in their memories. And besides, you're no better when it comes to greed. On my deathbed, I suppose that's not entirely wrong. I was hoping a little honesty could talk you into dying with me.
No, thank you.
Too late. You're already caught up in the secret. Come on, just a few steps more. Even if I tried to turn you away, you wouldn't want to.
I like that they are building or fleshing out the character relationship between Black Swan and the Dahlia.
I see now. A piece of worm-eaten oak. You weren't just making that up.
Oakwood is prone to insect infestations. Nothing surprising about that.
Where's the worm at? Now, if you're gonna say a worm, there should be a worm around here, no? Oh, the only reason I said what I said earlier, because Wuthering Waves has this massive problem with their writing, where they only have playable characters interact with the main character, and very few of them have interactions among each other, which makes character relationships and the world building to make the world feel alive feel dead in Wuthering Waves. That's the reason why I mentioned the comparison. When she was in Robin's memory, she made a comment about the oak-eaten worm. It was a reference to that metaphor.
It's him.
Aventurine, what are you doing here?
Just look at this place. Shouldn't be this lively here. Ladies, which one of us would you say is the uninvited guest?
Mr. Aventurine, what are you doing here?
Well, the game's over. And I scored a big win.
Oh, what did you get out of it?
The Nihility Emanator cut me, and I died in the most spectacular fashion.
Oh, speaking of which, you must know exactly how that feels. My dear lady who loves to dance.
Oh, damn, she calling you out, twin. She was like, didn't you dance with that chick and she effed you up? That was crazy, right?
Still better than having no invites at all, my dear helpful lady.
At this point, these two just need to hate fuck each other at this point. The sexual tension is high in the air right now, and you can better believe there's a lot of hatred when the bedroom fun happens. You can tell. It is radiating hard right now. Also, for anybody still watching the stream, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. The support goes a long way. Appreciate it, and thank you. Let me read. Oh, there's nothing to read. No one typed anything. Anyway.
You two are really something special.
You're quite interesting, Mr. Aventurine. However...
Which one do y'all think is the dominant one in the bedroom? Do you think it's the Dahlia or is it Black Swan? Because the hate fucking will be is crazy. We already get tell that these two go crazy with how much they hate each other. It's blatantly obvious. The sexual hate is immaculate. Honestly, I feel like the Dahlia may be dominant in the bedroom, but I had this sneaky suspicion that Black Swan easily will take that dominant position because of how much she hates the Dahlia. Dahlia and Black Swan has more chemistry than Finon and Maide, and that's saying something. Yeah, the most chemistry Finon and Maide have is like dick measuring contest plus my ride or die twin. Which honestly isn't really bad. It's actually really good, especially knowing what Homeboy had to do for so many cycles, killing his homeboy over and over and over again. It was like, man, you gotta die, twin. I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this. Either give it up or get knocked down. I'd rather get knocked down, bruh. Basically, their relationship.
You weren't supposed to find your way here. Unless you can give me a reason, I'll indulge you by letting you die once more.
That confident, huh?
You haven't hidden your weakness well, even though you're one of the 10 Stonehearts. Right now, you'll be easy enough to handle.
I wouldn't be so sure. Since you know who I am, you should know better than to gamble. Consider this warning a welcome gift from a friend. So long as my trump card remains unplayed, none will dare see the hand through to the end.
Also, I love the energy coming off the screen right now. Whereas, like, if you think you can kill me, you can try, but it's not gonna work, twin. I love that. Love the threats.
Too bad you've used up all your luck for today. I've always found losing more interesting than winning. What's the harm in giving it a try?
Hold up. No need to rush into making enemies. Mr. Aventurine, congratulations on uncovering the truth behind death. But from what I know, you should be at Dreamflux Reef instead.
Well, after taking a solid hit from the Emanator's blade, I never got the chance to enjoy a good nap. Thus I sank into the chaotic memory zone, and then my desire led me here. As I thought. You two haven't noticed. The answer was right under your noses this whole time. You can traverse through Memoria without relying on roads, which is exactly why you missed it.
I think I need to say this as well. I'm pretty sure when it got to the latter end of like the 2.x version updates and having so many characters lacking in voices and shit because of the whole voice actor strike thing that happened, it is by far, in my opinion, it did a little bit of damage to players' enjoyments of the story, knowing that there was no voice acting, especially for the English side of things. Now, if someone could easily change it, do like, oh, I'm going to change it to JP, or I'm going to change it to CN, or KR, and whatnot, right? But, of course, not everyone wants to do that because they prefer to enjoy it in their preferred language. He was blessed by Lady Luck upon his death. I don't remember her name. The god of his planet. His luck is actually insane. The IBC sent him and trusted his plan precisely because of how lucky he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the goddess that he worshipped, or that his family worshipped, or whatever, that was like that how this luck that bestowed this luck upon him. I'm pretty sure she was what, three-faced? She was like a three-faced goddess or something like that.
Ladies, you didn't think the IPC would enter Penacony unprepared, did you? Backed by a most attractive package, I quietly assembled a team to research the memory zone. And I only asked for one thing in return. How to escape alive if I accidentally got lost in Penacony's Memoria. To be honest, they didn't contribute a thing. But they did help me discover a certain legacy. Rosalina Jane Estella, the former undertaking once belonging to this nameless.
Rosalina Jane Estella. I wonder who this is. Is this the Dahlia?
She once boarded the Astral Express as an outstanding surveyor. Years ago, in pursuit of the primordial dreamscape secrets, she ventured alone into the memory zone and was never seen again. Everyone believed she had perished, taking the mysteries of the dreamscape to her grave. But that wasn't the truth. Before departing from this world, she single-handedly forged the pathway of Memoria.
Mr. Aventurine, do you even realize what you're saying?
Look, I didn't believe it at first either. But the Nameless, as it happens, had quite a unique background that led her to devise a brilliant solution. Using the technology from the Zarina Erd system, she gave her life to the memory zone, giving Penacony's dreamscape a unique signature.
Unique technology from a different system in the in outer space, or in the galaxy, or star system. Okay. Hopefully we come across this in the future.
When dream chasers wander into the memory zone, they'll drift towards places that can fulfill their desires. Those who yearn for freedom will witness the form of the primordial dreamscape. Those consumed by obsession might encounter certain special dream bubbles. And those who are lost and directionless will return to the 12 hours, seeking their path within their own past. The family discovered this trait and cleverly utilized it, allowing guests to be sent to different hours upon their first dream entry. In other words, this Nameless is the true founder of the planet of festivities. As for me, maybe I ran into a good doctor. From the look of this place, he's the one who let me blunder my way in. The impossible in dreams is not death, but dormancy. Do stay alive. I wish you the best of luck. Looks like I'm pretty lucky. I can't wait to see what I'll discover here.
And his luck is also sad as well, considering the fact that the rest of his family died while he was the only one that remained alive. Also shows how lucky and blessed he was, right? What's up, Rusher? Why is his mouth animation kind of awkward? Oh, it looked awkward? It didn't look awkward to me.
It would seem luck favors you still, Mr. Aventurine. Fate is truly fascinating, yet cruel. Remember Miss Robin's question? If the Dream Master was after the propagation, why did he have to harm the Glamoth Knight? Years ago, he had already completed this plan, waiting for a Glamoth Knight to enter the dream. Unfortunately, with the sudden fall of his empire, his hopes seem to have been dashed.
Wait a minute. So this nigga really was going down the path of propagation, but then he switched up for the path of the order? Is that what this is telling you right now?
Yet just as the Charmony Festival was about to begin, a descendant of the Glamoth Knights appeared uninvited, and everything began to turn once again. The Dream Master was never afraid of Firefly investigating the propagation. That was exactly the truth he wanted her to see.
Wait, is that why you trapped her in the memory zone?
Correct. This place is where the Dream Master wanted her to be. And he wanted her to think she'd figured something out, only to make the wrong decision at the most critical moment.
Man, if all this was in the main Penacony story, I think people would have loved it even more. Because this is some 5D chess plan going on right now. And I'm pretty sure we got none of this when it came to the actual Dream Master in the Penacony story. I felt like we focused on every other character except for the antagonist. That being the Dream Master. Because it felt like Sunday got more of a... What the hell going on with my phone? Did my phone restart? When did I restart my phone? Unless it's the update that happened without my notice.
So, what exactly is the Dream Master plotting?
It doesn't matter anymore. We've missed our chance to stop him.
Even if we catch him in person?
From the very beginning, he never existed anywhere at all. When he attempted to merge with the dreamscape, he transformed himself into 4 primordial divine laws.
The gods bestowed upon us heavenly fire, and with it divine tribulations. Let them be, for we are all mortals, born to love and to suffer.
Wait, was his... Oh, that's right. For the new people who have come and old homies who have arrived. Happy New Year to you. Made it to another new year. Amen. Bless God. Praise God. Can't sleep with all these fireworks. The fireworks happened at least over here where I live at about 2 hours ago. After that, these niggas done shut it off and went to sleep. Thank God. Shut your asses up. Go to bed. Echo of Divine Law 1. Oh. Path gift.
The first law. As his parting gift, he bestowed it upon Robin, guiding her onto the harmony.
Repent and return to righteousness.
Oppression.
Though you soar like an eagle and make your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there.
I should have realized that these Bible quotes he was mentioning had something to do with the plot.
The second law is the power he bestowed upon me as his collaborator. At the same time, it serves as a constraint to ensure I won't act recklessly. And the third law...
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow, and once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever?
Thank you, I appreciate it, Pinkish. I'm not gonna lie, the reaction content going crazy on my channel. Honestly, I didn't expect it to get any good views when I first initially started doing it. And I was afraid that people wouldn't want to watch hour-long yap reactions. But these people done proved me wrong. On multiple occasions. Back to back to back. Crazy. Also, What else I was about to say? Crap, I was something else I wanted to say, but I completely forgot about it.
I haven't seen it myself either. According to him, it was an all-out attack, like a torrent of fire pouring down from above.
And the last one?
Nobody knows. After claiming to be ill and withdrawing from public view, even though the constraint remained in place, he never contacted anyone again. Not even me, his collaborator.
That means the fourth divine law that he made had to have been given to Sunday so that Sunday can, go forth with the plan, right?
It's just my theory, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. By then, he had finally completed the last law and used it to eliminate the one weakness that exists in any plan. The mastermind himself. The moment the plan was set in motion, Gopher Wood died a martyr's death for the just cause he believed in. And the swarm disaster shall reappear again in the sweet dream.
Wait, what?
The moment has finally come. Resentful from being deceived. Confused by conflicting memories. Your expression right now is so similar to what I had imagined. Every side. I'll try to fulfill Duke Inferno's last wishes. Advance Gopher Wood's plans, and yes, indeed, I've helped the Stellaron hunters uncover the truth. Don't be too mad. I wasn't a Stellaron hunter back then. But wasn't everything that happened in Penacony the perfect opportunity to join? Though it wasn't my original intention, I wanted to help her. To keep her from getting caught up in Gopher Wood's schemes and facing such a detestable fate.
Okay, so
Alas,
hold up.
I couldn't make it happen.
Okay, so it's coming to sleep. Just wanted to
The
say
path
hello.
your predecessor Rosalina left in the Memoria pushed
No problem,
Firefly
bro. Get
towards
that
a
sleep.
new lease on life.
Sleep is great. Have a good night's sleep.
Indeed. How could a nameless who walks the path of the Trailblaze leave behind a legacy built on evading destiny? As you can see, he became a martyr, leaving all his power in the 12 hours, like a self-turning hand of time, driving his plans forward. The Order truly is a harsh path. Enna, Gopher Wood, and Sunday, the one you know even better. They all chose to sacrifice themselves for it. But then, something interesting happened. You turned out to be that variable. As Aventurine said, Rosalina's legacy would send dreamers to where they truly yearn to be. For Firefly, that place turned out to be by your side. She revealed her true self to you, reuniting with you as a Stellaron hunter. Then, guided by a history fictionologist, you witnessed the life of the watchmaker Mikhail. It was truly a life worth remembering, worth giving everything for. I would have loved to raise a glass of hello and goodbye to him, just like the one who saw things through to the end, Mr. Gallagher. What a shame I can't do it properly here.
Rip to the goat. Also, this is what made me look at this as a Genshin connection to Star Rail, or vice versa. That little upside down angel halo thing was the reason why I looked at it the way that I did, thanks to that theory video made by Ashikai. The damn thing is wearing a halo with a Primogem star and wings of an angel. And it's like, is that not the description that we got from the Heavenly Principles when they, emerged out of the egg? That they had a crown and they had wings?
Sunday also came here, feigning cooperation, to reveal to you the truth about Penacony. The foundation of the sweet dream, hidden behind the Grand Theater's curtain, was actually a Stellaron. And the true mastermind behind everything was none other than the Dream Master Gopher Wood. But you know now that his words weren't entirely true. What followed was one of the few beautiful memories that Firefly has held onto to this day. In order to win tickets to the Grand Theater, you and Firefly participated in the Moment of Scorched Sand auditions. Your coordination was so perfect, like you were companions who'd long shared the same rhythm. See? Even though you've forgotten everything from before, some traces remain etched in this moment, becoming part of your instincts.
I will say this, when we got to this point in the story, I'm not gonna lie, I had no clue what the crap we were doing. Like, dead ass. And I think it's because I probably was half asleep while playing this section of the quest. Not because this section of the quest was boring per se, but because your boy was working long hours, or not working long hours, but like, you know, having terrible sleep while at the same time going to work every day and at the same time streaming every day of the week. Because, bro, if y'all was here from when I started doing my streaming stuff on YouTube, I was streaming every day when I came home from work. Like, legitly, an hour after coming home from work, I would stream. So you can imagine the energy drain I was on throughout Penacony.
Until, following the script, Firefly sent you all to the final stage before departing on her own. In those beautiful moments before that, she experienced the joy of living, yet she still had to face the terror of death. However, you may have noticed that during this period there was a small gap. She and you weren't together the whole time. You returned to a child's dream through a dream bubble left by Mikhail and witnessed his legacy. However, Firefly was not a trailblazer, so she couldn't enter it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, for this section of the story for Penacony as well, I was half asleep for this part as well. Most definitely. I was half asleep through it until we got to that cutscene where I woke up.
While waiting alone, she met her true collaborator, and thus learned that there was more than one legacy in Penacony, and more than one watchmaker.
Also, I'm trying to remember, there was also another interesting theory that happened around this time. Oh, the cutscene. The cutscene with the whole Mikhail sleeping in the chair, holding the dream bubble. I watched a theory video made by this content creator like a year ago about like the angel's egg theory. It was an hour-long video that this person made. Honestly, it's a really good theory video. It was like using the whole angel egg theory and its theological I guess stuff related to it to explain Genshin Impact's world structure and building and tying it to like Dainsleif as a character. I'll link the video in the Hoyoverse theory video channel on the Discord so y'all can see for yourselves, because the video was really good. It was immaculate.
Did they enter that dream bubble?
That's right. Unfortunately, you won't be able to follow them in so easily, even if you've traveled together as companions. That old man can be so stubborn sometimes. He'd rather have the Nameless be the ones to witness his legacy.
No, I think it's quite romantic.
This is the second time they done mentioned romantic throughout this entire quest, I'm pretty sure. Or the third time.
A legacy left in the past will give them the courage to continue walking towards the future. Even if I can't walk alongside them, I'm content in knowing this.
Huh. You're quite like the Nameless. Awkward, but admirably so.
Maybe we can't walk the same path, but...
Passphrase, respond at once. Why does life slumber?
Huh?
Ignore that. Must be some meme. How did it end up here?
Sorry, I want to go check that out real quick. Be right back.
Oh, so you're into fluffies too. You've got taste. Better not wander too far though.
Also, if you feel, or not feel, but if you hear any like yapping in the background, that's my twin brother crashing out as he's playing Dark Souls 3. I think that's what it is, Dark Souls 3. Like, he's having a certified crash out moment right now. Like, my brother, bro, if my brother ever streamed his gameplay of playing Elden Ring, what you call that thing, the night of something, that new stuff that came out related to
that
Elden
old
Ring,
man can be so stubborn-some.
and whatever, bro, y'all would be laughing at his crash outs. Can't believe Hoyo killed that 13-year-old. You sure he's 13? I'm pretty sure this man was 3 years old. I'm pretty sure he admitted he was 3 years old, not 13. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was like, oh, I'm 3 years old. We had a whole instance where people were like, I don't know how many people's reaction was to that, being like, no, you're not 3 years old. You're clearly in your 30s. And essentially, unfortunately, I must mention it, is essentially the lolly conversation, just in reverse. Older looking character, very young age. But for some weird reason, people let that slide. Surprisingly. Anywho, we're already 3 hours in to this playthrough. And I'm not sure how much more playthrough I got before I'm finished with the entire quest. So I'm thinking that I may just end it here and have a third day of Star Rail. Even though technically I didn't want to do 3 days of Star Rail, I wanted to do 2. I may have to push it to 3.
My childhood musings, huh? So naive.
Actually, let me see if I can pull up a playthrough. Let's see. Honkai Star Rail 3.8 playthrough. I just need to see how deep I am to the story. Okay, pause that. Let's go ahead and just skim. Okay, so from the looks of this, from this official playthrough that was 2 weeks ago, I'm at the 3 hour mark of my entire playthrough.
With all your wills.
Or rather, of the entire playthrough of this entire quest. That's what I get for yapping for so much. So essentially, from the playthrough, I have another about 3 hours left. And clearly I'm not going to get that done tonight. So yeah, I'm going to save this for later today when I stream again. Now, today's January 1st, which I'm so glad, because now I don't have to worry about termination for my job. So there's that. And today is also, well, this month is my birthday month as well, which is really cool.
All your wills.
Deal with that later. Oh, here we go. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Damn it, Capricorn, stop it. What I was about to say? Shit. Okay, so if I'm streaming, what today? Today is now Thursday, so there'll be another Star Wars stream, and then I guess I really don't want to stream tomorrow on Friday. I don't want to stream on Friday since I've streamed all this week. Essentially, I've been streaming since what? Saturday? I streamed I streamed since Saturday because I didn't stream at all last week. If I streamed last week, I would have been caught up with this content. But I was taking a whole week off because holiday. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up later today so we can finish it. I may stream early later today and probably do 2 streams in one day. Who knows? So just look out for that. Like, sub, turn on notification bell, join my YouTube community Discord if you haven't. Check out my yapping topics and my yapping reaction content as well for any new people watching my stream. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream to show your support because your boy is on his growing rise to success. I had to figure out the words I wanted for my sentence to make it sound good. What else? I'm still writing the script for my video about the childish strength and why they aren't weak, and why I don't agree with the idea that Genshin has done a poor job portraying the childish strength in earlier stories prior to Not Cry and so on. What else? I think that's it. Also, Happy New Year. Hopefully y'all have a good New Year starting today and moving forward. And pray that we get to see another New Year. Yep, that's it. See you later. Good night. Peace. Bye. Oh, also, if there's anything else y'all need to tell me about XYZ thing, just mention it to me in the Discord and I'll look at it. Anyway, good night. Bye. What is button at?